Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Mikah HaKwadash. Next, double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth, including the speckled bird. Shalom to the sincere sisters who are listening and learning in silence and keeping the order to the best of their ability. Again, shalom. I'm Brother Kapasha, coming to you once again with a brief lesson, Lord willing. This lesson will be edifying. This is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 4 reads, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That's right. That's why we can't be proud. We can't do as as the proud people do. Esau, Edomite, he's a proud man. His soul is not lifted, not upright in him. He's continually thinking of evil, wickedness, and 2/3 of our people too. But the just shall live by his faith. And that's faith in Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We coming into some difficult times now, Israel. This is not a time to be walking in your pride. We have to trust in Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, like our forefathers did. Noah, Lot, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Joseph, he walked by faith. You see, he trusted in the Lord. All of the patriarchs, our forefathers, have set the example. They lived the example. You see, they demonstrated. You see, walk by faith. You see, it says here, again, Habakkuk 2 and 4 reads, Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You see, that's what faith is. You can't feel it. It's intangible. You can't touch it and things of that nature. You have to believe in your heart, your mind. That's why we have to renew our mind. Believe in Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. It's a gift, really. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai has given us the gift of faith. We all have a measure of faith, but we should pray and build on that faith. Continue to to trust in Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Fast, pray, build the faith, because the difficult times that we're coming in, we're gonna need to have faith to stay true, to stay on the right path. Let me get this scripture right here. All right, let's go to Romans 1 and 7 real quick. We got this is the time we're gonna have to exercise our faith now, Israel. Let me get this Romans 1 and 7. Romans 1 and 7 reads, I think that's what it is. Let me see. 17, Salakia. Let me get Romans 1 and 17. That's what it is. And it says here, For therein is the righteousness of the Most High power revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. You see, we go from faith to faith. We have to increase. We have to pray. We have to trust in Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to give us more faith. You see, put that spirit of faith on us. All right. So it's important. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High power revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. It even says it in what's that? 2nd Ezra. Let me see. In the 9th chapter. You see? Let's go there. Let's go there real quick. This is something quick in the morning to encourage, to edify. Lord willing, it's edifying to some degree, so that we can continue in, trusting in Yahweh Hashem Shai with all our hearts, mind, and soul. It says here. It says here. Okay, here it is, right here. Go right to the point. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved, you see? And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed. That's how we're going to escape these perils that's coming upon the earth. It's only going to get worse, Israel. And we know this, you know. The elect men know this. The hopeful elect men know this. The one you see of GMS, starting with the head apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, right on down. When you see on the corners teaching this 1% truth, we know this. We know it's going to take works and faith for us to escape these coming perils that are coming. And we know that these bad times are going to escalate. It says here, let me read that again. It says, all right, because the Lord is coming back to visit this world. Let me get that real quick. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. All right. No, that's not what I want. He said here. Let's go up 4. 2nd Ezra 9 and 4. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. No. I tell you what, let me go right on up to the top. He answered me, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. You see? And that's what the hopefully elect men are doing. The elect out here doing this. We're measuring the time. We know what time it is. We know that it's time to build your faith, your trust in Yahweh Hashem Shai. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, these tokens are signs. You know, these are the evidence, you know, the signs that the Lord has revealed to us are evidences. You know, these are the tokens that we know what's coming next. It says here, and we know that things are going to get worse that are coming next. You know, you're going to have martial law. You're going to have blackouts. You're going to have shutdowns. You know, you will no longer be working your jobs anymore. You won't be able to sustain yourself. You're going to have to operate in faith in Yahweh Hashem Shai during these times. And he says here, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time where the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, and how he's going to come back to visit the world with earthquakes, as it says in the next verse. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, this uproars of the people is going to come by way of blackouts, martial law, shutdowns, mandates, things of that nature. You won't be able to go out of your city. You won't be able to, look at the gas prices, but that's just the beginning of it. You see, it's going to affect a lot of things that's going to cause uproars of the people. You see, and you're going to have to operate in faith. If you're not operating in faith and you don't trust Yahweh Hashem Shai, you won't escape this, Israel. You won't make it. You see, it says here, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, the 3rd verse again. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, you see, the world, the whole world, not just here or there. Yeah, of course, some places are going to experience it worse than others, you see. But nonetheless, this whole world is going to be affected by it. It's being affected by it right now. We're seeing, the tightening going on. You see in this world. It says here, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And it says here, 5 reasons. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end. You see? And the end is manifest. And we see this end. We know we're at the end times now. And we know that evils, which means bad times, is watching, is upon us. It is upon this ending. You see? It says here, 6 reads. Okay? For 6 reads. It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. See? And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by his faith, and by faith whereby ye have believed. You see? It's by faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. He's the only one that's going to be able to save us from the disasters that are going to take place on this earth. You see? All right, let's go to Galatians. Galatians then. Let's go to Galatians 3. Let's go to Galatians. There's Galatians next chapter over, I think. Let's see. Hold on. See if I can get this real quick. Galatians. Let's see. Ephesians. Yeah, Galatians 3 and 11, I do believe. If I'm not mistaken. 3 and 11. Salakia. No, I'm moving slow this morning. Galatians 3 and 11 reads, let's see. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of the Most High Power, it is evident, for the just shall live by faith. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. You see? The law and, law, statutes, and commandments are not going to save us, because we are saved, by grace through faith in the finished work of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You see? So we do this work because, we want to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai, and we believe that Yahweh Shai, has covered us with His blood. So yeah, so it takes work. We do this work because we have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai. You see, we do the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, of course, because we can't keep them. We can't keep out the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. You see? And let's go to Hebrews. You see? Let's go there. Okay. I got AI here. Let me read this in AI. In the Google AI. It says here about Galatians 3 and 11. It says, but that no one is justified by the law in the sight of the Most High Power is evident, right? For the just shall live by faith. This clarifies that faith, not adherence to the law, makes one righteous. You see? Okay. Not adherence to the law. Okay. But anyway, we don't, we know that we can't be saved by the law, right? But we we're saved by grace through faith, as I said earlier. And let's go to, hopefully that's understandable. All right. Let's go to Hebrews 10 and 38. Hebrews 10 and 38. And this is going to be my closing one right here. I'm going to end it right here, closing. Hebrews 10 and 38. Let's read that and see what it says. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. That's right. You doing this work and you trusting in the Lord, and you draw back and stop believing and trusting in Yahweh Bashim Maushai, stop doing the work, you're not gonna, the Lord's not gonna be pleased with it, you're not gonna make it either, the Lord will destroy you. So, increase your faith, Israel, build your faith, pray, hope, seek Yahweh Bashim Maushai. So with that, I hope you were edified to some degree, Lord willing your word. I'm going to end it right there. But before I end it, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rikar Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth, including the speck of birds. Shalom.